Today's episode is a little bit different because on Thursday of this week, unfortunately, I had to put my dog Preston down. He started to have organ failure. The left side of his body um, pretty much wouldn't work. He couldn't even stand. He would just fall down on his side. And so we tried to give him all the medication possible. It started with arthritis and then led to just him not being able to move and walk properly. And so when we took him to the doctor, it was clear that there was nothing else we could do. We could maybe ease the pain, but there was nothing we could do to restore his quality of life because it was just sincerely time. And I know that God is close to the brokenhearted, and grief is a part of life's journey. And I could tell you all the scriptures you can lean into in your time of grief, which are extremely helpful. What I do want to highlight in this moment is how important it is just to sit in grief sometimes. Like a lot of times, self included, we are so ready to get past it. But even in your darkest moments, there's a lesson that can be learned, maybe about yourself, how you process loss, how you process pain. And instead of trying to run to vices, specifically unhealthy ones, consider, if you're like me, dealing with the loss of a pet, a loved one, a significant other, even a friend, a job. Sit in that. Sit in that. Don't lean on anything else outside of Jesus, of course, but sit in that, because running to vices to numb your pain will never replace what you're supposed to experience. It's going to show up the next day. And you never want to find yourself caught up in this cycle of numbing, because eventually you'll create an even bigger problem for yourself. When you can sit in your hurt and pain, not know the answers, right? Because that's the thing too. We want to know, oh, I just need to get past this. We've got an answer for everything, self included. You give yourself an opportunity to be open to what the Lord has to say, right? A lot of us can't hear from God because we haven't come to the end of ourselves. We're so smart. We have all of the answers. But sometimes God will push you to the end of yourself where you're just like, God, this hurts. The weight of this grief is real and it's overwhelming. So I'm going to sit in this. And in this moment, in these tears, in whatever this is, speak to me or just help me. And so for anybody who may be experiencing a loss, I'm praying for you. I'm praying with you. And I pray that you don't rush your process. Sit in it, because one thing grief and loss will do is take you to the end of yourself. Another thing it will do is remind you that you may be able to control certain things in your life, but you can't control everything. And it's a reminder that there's only one ultimate power that's in control, and that's Jesus Christ. I love you guys, mean it. Thank you so much for your patience and allowing me to post this as raw as it is and on Saturday. I'm going to take this next week and move as slow as I need to, because that was my buddy. That was my best friend. And yeah, I love you, mean it. Take care. Until next week. We've got 3 more episodes after this till 100, and I'm so excited about what God is going to do. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Mean Girls 1821 podcast with me, your host, Mo. Tune in each and every Friday for a fresh episode exclusively found on my YouTube channel or using the podcast app. And always remember, words have power. So whenever you speak, mean what you say and say what you mean. Take care. For tools and more resources on how to live the Mean Girls 1821 life, please visit www.meangirls1821.com.